We do see the Wyvern coming out, though. Which... It's an okay pick. I wonder if this is partly to do with Magic Hands planning to just look for early rotation on the towers, and they need someone to stay in the dead lane and just keep that pushed out.
Yeah, it could be. It's also some initiation, like early initiation or counter initiation.
That's true.
Like it's pretty common to see people like pile onto the Brewmaster trying to kill him before he gets his split off, if you can. Especially with like a disruptor, you ult him and then you try to kill him. Then if you have a Winter Wyvern, you can either save with your heal, or you can maybe get a good ultimate off on all those heroes piling up.
And that's a fair point, actually, because I guess the other thing that Magic Hands were looking at is they, by looking at it correctly, identified Empire were going to run the Sven as a core. So now, like, Sven is one of those heroes like Ursa, like Troll, that if he jumps in and you win his curse, he's going to kill his own support.
That's true.
That's scary. But Batrider coming out was this big surprise. I'm very shocked that it got this far through. It got through 2 banning phases, an Empire pickup with a hero that some of the offlaners I talked to, we're talking high rank ones, Sanders, not my pub ones, would stay, and I have to kind of agree, this is one of the most powerful heroes in Dota right now. Like, easily top 10.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I looked through the games earlier, as I mentioned, and I saw that Magic Hands draft. That's the only hero that they pick a lot that hasn't been banned already. But that goes for every team, right? Batrider's just picked everywhere, whenever possible.
Yeah, he's so powerful right now. He's like the new Darkseer. You know how Darkseer used to be, if you don't know how to play it, why you're on my team? Well, Batrider, if you don't know how to play it right now, you probably shouldn't be on my team.
True. I feel like Darkseer is like that too right now. I think he's been banned in both games so far, and team picked a lot.
That's true. Actually, both of them were like classically those two, right? Like you go back, let's say like Funnical Na'Vi years, right? Batrider and Darkseer. It's like, do you know how to play these two? Yes. Great, you're on the team. Wait, do you know how to play Doom? Yes. You are coming to TI, buddy.
I feel like they're both really fun heroes to play too, which might help their popularity in pubs. Like Darkseer getting his Vector ultimate made him so much more fun to play, because it gives you some plays to make. Getting off that really long ult to barely get the slow and catch up, and making some illusions.
Yeah, it used to be like that hero. I remember when I first started playing Dota, and I was like, Darkseer is possibly the most boring thing I've ever seen. It's like you just go in a lane, you Iron Shell a creep, you wait,
and then you get to search your carrier once or twice.
Thumbs up, support offlaners. Storm Spirit pick coming out. 9th pick for Team Empire, though. This is a hero that's been occasionally creeping back into popularity with certain teams. Much to Blitz's delight, I'm sure his tail was wagging. Much to sorrow.
From what I've heard from Blitz, he didn't. This is a while ago, but he didn't like the kinds of nerfs or buffs that Storm got.
Yeah, it was like basically it's gotten to the point where the whole meme multiple Bloodstone build is technically on paper very valid because of the way that regen works now.
Yeah, I've played against a couple of Storms with 4 Bloodstones.
Yeah, just balling across the map.
But I did lose both times, so.
It is stupid, but it's so stupid it works, right? It's like when Wagger started running Sniper Necronomicon with his cooldown reduction. And it's like, actually, seems stupid, but it has a valid point to it. But, yeah. Final pick.
Who do you go on here, though?
As a Storm. I think you have to snipe the Wyvern out. Like, I think the goal of Kodos is to snipe Wyvern so that Sven can take the fights, right?
Then you still have Shadow Shaman to catch you, and even Ember Spirit with his root.
True. There's just so many targets.
Yeah.
I think
you kind of want to stop all of the enemy heroes from using their spells.
Hey, Ags. There you go. That does it.
Ooh, nice. They do have Sven, so maybe like some almost RP-ish.
I mean, in fairness, Sans, hear me out here.
Okay.
If you're only going to build Bloodstones, right, you don't mind losing the Lincoln's Pot potential of Vortex. So, build an Axe.
True.
I thought this out.
Very smart.
You know, I still miss this day, Sanders. I never actually got to release the original videos because I forgot to download them. I never got to give my guide on Juggernaut. my shameful samurai guide.
I know.
So hear me out. It doesn't
Okay.
work anymore because of the changes. But what it was is you used to build a bloodstone, and then whenever anyone would try and kill you, you like denied yourself and then gave some sort of edgy samurai line, like an honorable samurai takes his own life. Then you put a Dagon because you're a shameful samurai. And you kill people. You can't do it anymore though.
When was this?
I came up with this idea like a year and a half ago. I think it's a year and a half ago.
Okay.
But
How many times did you try it? I'm curious now. Did it work?
10.
Okay, how many were
6
wins?
times it worked.
Okay. I mean, that means it's good, right?
Yeah,
it
it's
works
got
6
more
out of 10
than a
times.
50% win rate. That's top notch right there. Sadly, you can't
See
do it anymore now that they've changed it. You can't suicide. Not sure if that change was necessarily warranted.
Have you seen the support Juggernaut build?
Tell me.
You just go spin people in there, and then you buy Veal and Kaya, and you get the spin damage talents, and then you just run around and kill everyone with magic.
Okay, so I'm gonna make a self-supporting shout out here. I was doing Luna support a year and a half ago. Yapsor stole my strat. Now that sounds unbelievable. You gotta keep in mind, I go to events, I literally sit there with pro players sometimes and I say these things. And sometimes they just look at me and go, okay. They just like they won't even question it more, or they'll ask 1 or 2 questions. I'm like, okay. There's no like, that's stupid, don't ever do that. You're a terrible player, Pigeon. They give us some support.
That's what's great about Dota. You never know what actually works until you try it.
Yeah, I mean, I remember when I ruined Kip's pub games with sniper support, and then literally a week later, we were flying out to TI, we landed and discovered that one of the TI group games had a support sniper in it. I got this, you know the smile that Chris Pratt has in like the GIFs? I had that smile. And she just started chanting no and backing away from me. I was like, yes, sniper support is now a thing. But in this game, nothing too abnormal. You're going to have your Nick support, your Disruptor support, and on the other side, your Wyvern and your Shaman.
Yeah. Pretty standard lanes everywhere. It is the safe lane, Sven.
Yeah,
right there.
I think that was expected by the time. Like, well,
yeah. Oh, yeah, when we saw the bat.
Yeah, when we saw the bat right, it was like, okay, there's no way in hell this is going to be like a mid-bat or something.
True. It's also, the Shadow Shaman is actually bottom right now.
Look at Dream.
Counter.
Oh, there we go. He's like running in for the high five. Like, thank you very much. That's a lot of damage on Little Sorry, actually. He does have a salve, but being forced to use it that early is not a good thing. You're a shaman, and you think it's a good idea to exchange with a Sven.
There's a new stun up.
Yeah, they could literally kill him right now. There it is. Fail follow-up, and there's your first blood. They'll give it to Seiyu. Cool guys don't look at explosions, they just walk away. Oh, by the way, I should do this right now before I forget to. Shout out to our sponsors. Thanks to DX Racer for hooking us up with these chairs. I personally don't have one. I guess it got lost in the mail, but feel free to get in contact and we can get that sorted, DX Racer. Thanks for the chairs. Back to the game.
Top lane. Batrider pulling the creep wave.
Well, Mars, he's not exactly fast. Seiyu is, and that's going to be a lot of damage onto a Shaman now. Who is level deep shock, and they already know that as well. In fact, no, they don't have a mango. If Seiyu had a mango, oh, there we go. They give him across. He walked close enough. Pale's going to come out. There it is. Follows through, and the right clicks will bring him down. Mars is dead. Nice little play. You see the way he just dipped across just so that King R was in range?
Yeah. Sven also pulled that creep wave far behind the tower, so it's... Okay, he knew to wait. Never mind. It's gonna push now.
Speaking of pulling waves and paying for it, look at Maiden.
Top lane.
Maiden, he needs to run. Like, if he plays this right with the salves, if he just skirts, he can actually put the sticky napalms across on the Mantis. He's going for it now. Mantis could be a kill. He's got a TP, and he's still lingering around.
He needs level 2. He lost the charges now. Thanks.
I think he assumed that he TP'd out. That was more like a scouting check. Well, Mantis will be happy with the fact he didn't even have to use the TP.
True.
That's the mid looking right now. Even up to this point, 2 points to the Flame Guard. So Bruhard going for the max Flame Guard build as we typically see against the Storm Spirits.
There's an Invis Nyx Assassin here, though. Might turn the tides.
Level 1, should we point out. This isn't a level 6, just before people get confused there. We found those helpful runes that are always balanced. I guess the other thing to kind of point out is that Maiden, to an extent, put himself in a bad lane situation, right? Like, you pick this Batrider into a jug pick, you know you're never going to get kill potential.
He's doing alright, though.
Yeah, because you just ignore him and farm, right?
Yeah.
Once he has like level 4, level 5, I actually think he should be able to accelerate past the jug pretty easily. Station on the King R here. Gonna get him low. He has to connect the field. He needs to throw it out. There's the stun follow up. So gonna turn around. Brewmaster looks to be going down. Mars trying to chase across. Doesn't have the Eve shot for 6 seconds. A little sorry. He's feeling very sorry. King R. Kings come out. There's where Mars is. Uh-oh. Needs to juke out before the Eve shot's there, and he'll get it out. They couldn't actually connect with the Spike Carapace, though. Mars will walk it off.
The advantage of having level 1 Earther Shock, only hitting one hero.
That's true, yeah. 1. Well, you know, he tried. Say you believed. He's like, please, just hit me. That's the dream of a Nyx. You have all this base regen, you just want people to pummel you. If they're going to pummel Mars, Netherkill's going to come out. And this isn't the Mars you're thinking about, guys. Not that big, tanky, godlike man. No, this is Pathetic Shaman, who is so squishy, he dies to neutrals.
This is a rough lane to be against, though. Double stun plus kinetic field. You're just stuck for so long.
And it's the other thing about the Batrider is, like, he's so self-sufficient. Just look at him. Look how deep he is. Farm like this. He knows he's going to die.
Yeah.
He has no mana. So this was an intended move. I don't think he intended to give the gold across to Mantis, though. He might not have to. He might.
They're not coming to meet him.
He needs to deny himself the neutrals right now. Too late, though. Jug sees him.
He's gonna create space. Yeah. Juggerl keeps up.
Jug doesn't want to waste his time anymore. Maiden should be able to get himself denied. You can just go to the tower right now. One of the downsides of Wyvern in this type of matchup is you just don't have the speed to chase down and punish this sort of behavior.
Did he not get the XP there? He was pretty close.
King R in trouble in the bot lane. Kinetic Field goes down, protects him. Little sorry, can't finish off the kill. Mars will be chased away. King R is living life on the edge in this bot lane.
Yeah. He just... I mean, has he even died once so far?
Once.
No. Once. But been part of 3 kills.
I feel even allow them to get their hands on a rune. But 3 runes go in the way of Empire. This is a small preview to what might start to become a problem. I mean, this bot lane has been going well for them. I'd say mid has been going pretty damn well for Empire as well.
Juggernaut's having a good game, though. He's top net worth at the moment.
True.
Yeah.
Trying to make a play on the Maiden here. Maiden will be able to back away quick enough. Firefly lasts just long enough to get over the tree.
This Windlace boots makes it hard to keep up, even with face boots. There are a couple of stickies.
Reasonable Firefly. Totally needed movement speed buff. Wink, wink. I don't know.
Yeah, this mid lane's starting to look a bit one-sided. Like a 600 gold lead now for Storm Spirits.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, you look at the CS, it's deceptive. But Bruja has been supplementing with jungle creeps, whereas Kodos, he's been able to remain the whole time. And now they're going to go for a kill. Fell follow up. Can they do enough damage? He's got a Spirit running away with a Sleight of Fist that buys him enough time. Although
that's a hard kill when Ember's leveled 6.
Well, it's also but there's an investment value here. Like, Kodos does that, then immediately gets a rune. But Ruha will probably have to TP back. Yeah, there is. TP back to base. So if he gets caught out next, he's in a lot of trouble. Meanwhile, trying to catch up Mars here. Sidesteps the Impale. They have got a glimpse. So they can drag Mars back into a mess. Seiyu has got the Spike Carapace. No stun for 5 seconds, though. He's going to stay on top of Mars. Waiting for him to turn around. Mantis moving across right now. Spike Carapace comes out. Oh no, they get him. The Impale. Follow through. Enough damage might be there. They're moving across. Kodos with the haste. Moves forward, finds 1 kill. Up to the high ground. Looking at the Mantis next. Going to drag down. And Wyvern will join his brother support in the grave. Double kill for Kodos.
It's always scary when the Storm Spirit gets this early leads. Especially against supports he can kill.
He said about that gold lead, which is now increased even more. By 800.
800 gold over Ember Spirits.
Batrider is starting to double stack waves and pull through the jungle. So he can inflate his gold pretty easily now. With level 3 Firefly. Sticky Napalm. Wyvern's just going to try and sap XP, but he's going to get level 6 from this regardless. Now, he might actually kill the Wyvern. He could go for this.
There's no TP.
There it is. Lasso dragged him back in. And, well, he doesn't have a point in the cold embrace. He can try and fly away, but it's too little, too late. Embers actually came all this way as well. In the meantime, Say will go down, and so will the Sven in the bot lane as they do rotate. And a good spin coming out does enable the kill.
That's a good rotation from your Jug. Realizes that the other lanes are struggling, and he has to help. Even though there's like free farm in the top lane, he decides to rotate.
Yeah, it's all it's a balancing act, right? It's like, how much can we afford to have this Brewfall behind? He's going to need something when we get into these fights.
I'm more concerned about the Ember though. They need either him or Shadow Shaman to have a decent game so they can actually catch this Storm Spirit. But so far,
At least catch
they're both kind of struggling.
King R. But once again, you need your Jug. Like, your Jug is having to do all this work. What is everyone else doing in the meantime? Your Brew still doesn't have 6. Your Ember isn't involved in any of this. He's just trying to actually catch up to the Storm Spirit and failing to do so.
Meanwhile, they have Wyvern trying to get some levels top. Still level 3, 8 minutes in.
Yeah, this is not what you want to see. Like, this is the type of hero, arguably out of POS 5, Wyvern is that category of hero that usually gets a lot of levels, right? Because you go to this lane, you just shove it out with Splint Blast, and you get to your level 10 talent. We're not seeing that, though.
Nope.
Same for
There's
Save.
going to be a push bottom.
Main
They have a
tier.
healing ward up.
They have got the split. Maiden has got the lasso in 2 seconds. So Little Sorry needs to back off. Got the healing ward down as well. Humble Mumble. Oh, throws out the Omni Slash. Maiden. We're going to get him low. Has the one to keep him up, but it's too late. Even Shock comes out. Mars gets the kill. Sayu just watched in the tree line the whole time.
Not much you can do against the Omni Slash.
You know what it is? Like, it's the typical core thing. It's like his ping is like, help, help, help. And support's sitting there going, I don't know what you want from me.
We need wards.
Oh, yes.
Wouldn't be surprised.
That's always the go-to answer when your support isn't doing enough. Like, what do you want from me? More wards. I bought them all. Buy more sentries. Right.
Well,
That's
they don't give
back.
up though. That's coming bottom, yeah.
He has the lasso. They want to try and actually get him before he can do the spin, though. If they do that, he dies 100%. They just want to lead this to the point of deny. There you go. Chase him right now. Oh, Hex coming out.
Oh, they
The
need to get
shackles
up.
as well. Maiden. He'd actually go for this, though. There's the lasso. Drags him back. Jug can't escape. And Mars, he's trucking the kinetic field. They'll chase down Humble Mumble with the drums activated to try and buy enough time so at least his support can get out. He will at least keep the Shaman alive. That's how.
Good TP out.
That's how it can be denied now.
Looks like King R was a bit tunnel visioned on the Juggernaut. He had a glimpse up. So he could have taken a Shadow Shaman too.
They actually leaving the tower up in the meantime. I think they want to try and rotate if need be, and they're rotating towards mid right now. They want to get Babruha. Godos jumps in.
This ready.
There's the Vortex. The Impale long range follow-up's good enough. They'll get him low. They'll kill him off by Cavern. No! The Flame God ran out! They burned
On
through
level
it too
100.
quickly! What should have been a very easy kill wasn't, because... And I can't believe I'm saying this, because this just doesn't seem right. They had too much damage. Scream. He's going to TP away.
It's very.
Oh. Actually, I didn't have the ability to use the split. Long range ball lightning going in. Going to snipe out Little Sorry. They'll find and kill him off. Humble Mumble doesn't have a TP out. The save's moving in. Got the smoke on him. They know where he is, but they just don't have the mana to pursue. Meanwhile, in the bot lane, Mantis doesn't have the life to stay alive. Or does he? They're going to try and turn around. Even Shock with the shackles. They throw down the wards. Maiden, he can just back away, though. No, not if you walk back like that, though.
Emerson.
He,
Bit greedy with that last napalm.
yeah, that was unneeded.
He was probably dead anyways, though. Ember had 2 more spirits, so he could have chased
That's true.
more.
Although, yeah, he did see him coming. They had that deep ward. So I guess that was like his late reaction to, or as soon as he could possibly react to going, okay, screw this. They didn't deny this bot tower, by the way, which could have been denied at any point. That's free gold going the way of Magic Hands. This game is looking a bit more even than the last one. Sanders.
Yeah, for sure. They're holding on a lot. They haven't lost as quickly, at least.
Positivity was what I was looking for.
Was it?
Pessimism is what we got.
I mean, it's better with like a comeback story, right? Or a underdog story.
Sure, sure. So you just want to make them seem even more downtrodden. And the underdog. It used to be a
Well,
team.
there's a smoke. Smoke from bottom. 4-man smoke.
Spawned by Scam. All they'd find is King Art best anyway. Yeah, there actually used to be a CIS team called the Underdog, so... I can't remember if one of these guys was a member. I don't think so. It's hard to tell. CIS do shuffles more often than NA at this point. Storm. He can't go for... Yeah, he can't go for long range ball lightning. If he had level 2 ball lightning, they might try and fight around mid, but I think you just have to let his tower go.
Yeah. It's still a 5-man investment while you have people in every lane and Storm in the jungle. So, net worth-wise, it's probably pretty equal, but losing the mid tower is huge.
A lot of strategic value. Kodos, go back away, falling back towards the primary jungle. Bat, just keeping his farm up. He did go for the boots of travel build that we see quite often. A lot of extra...
Ember Spirits.
Oh, they go in, they find him, but the Cold Embrace to protect him. But Bruja should be fine. Kodos is going to try and do enough damage. Oh, perfectly timed to actually slow down his remnants so he can pursue through. He was looking to jump around to say and wasn't able to in the end. Meantime, looks like Dreamy is heading towards that Blink Dagger next. He has got the Echo Saber now. He knows he needs to start getting involved in these fights. Maiden, he's heading for that Blink Dagger as well.
He has to use the travel.
It's so powerful. Like, I don't think... I want to boldly say, I don't think there's a hero in Dota that uses Boots of Travel better right now than Batrider.
I have a friend who spams him, and he just says that it's so much pressure on the map. Like every time, even if you see Batrider on a lane, you still have to expect him to be in your lane in like 5 seconds to gank you.
Exactly. I don't get it wrong. Like people are gonna in the chat gonna be like, ah, Tinker, yeah. But when do you pick Tinker right now? When is Tinker a good hero in the current meta?
Yep, I would definitely rather have a Batrider with Boots of Travel than Tinker with Boots of Travel.
Back for Brewer. Hopefully, time on the sun. Static Storm goes down, and with that, the Ember Spirit will fall. Beautiful pick off there. Might set up for a push on this tier 1 tower. Yeah, the pings come out. They know they have to defend. Mantis moving across right now, but Vendetta on Seiyu moving in. They ping out. Sentry goes down. Uh-oh. Mantis knows he's in danger. He doesn't want to reveal it, though. Instead, Seiyu reveals himself. They pull lightning in, looking for the kill right now. They'll find it. He's down already. And now Brewmaster, he stuns himself with the clap. He's got enough to split, and there's the wards going down. Looking on the Kodos, going to get him low. He ball lightnings out and looks to escape. They chase it through. Brewmaster wants his kill. Omni Slash on the side, looking for Maiden. Moves across the creeps a little bit too much, and Maiden will stay alive with the one. The Firefly keeps him fast enough to move away. And this is all just a distraction at the end of the day, because guess what? Empire are picking up runes. And Magic Hands are not picking up kills. They'll finally get that right up. And they get the they do get the storm in the end as well.
Yeah, he was just sitting up on that cliff, and Brewmaster couldn't reach.
He was like, "I need 10 seconds, guys. TP's almost ready." Although King R did sneak in bot and get both those runes as well. So despite losing 2 cores, they did pick up 4 bounties.
It's what does the did you get the 5 recap in time?
Yeah. So they got 1,200 gold. Magic Hands got out of it, but what bounty's worth at this stage? It's 50 gold each, right? Or is it more? I think it's slightly more than 50.
It's like, I think it's 50 plus 2 for every minute that's passed.
Okay, yeah, so I think they got more money out. It's about even.
Yeah, like 80, even. I guess, times 5. Times however many runes they got.
8 times 5 times 4.
But it's still the experience too, right? From getting a Storm Spirit, for example, he's level 12. That's a lot of XP.
That's a valid point. XP can usually be the defining factor. We usually, as casters, we become obsessed with net worth, but it's these power spikes, especially with the introduction of talents. It really kind of ingrained in people how important XP is.
Yeah. Especially for heroes like Winter Wyvern, who has like GPM talents.
Same with Nyx. It's a race between those two still. Neither one faring too well right now.
Level 6. Both of these dire supports really want levels.
Oh, Mantis, he's been seen again. He hates this Wyvern so much. They always go for it. Shackle's out on him. Winter's Curse is there. Trying to buy enough time, but the Spike Carapace will keep Nyx alive a little bit longer. Stun through as well. Should allow the rest of them to retreat, but King R's been spotted out. So glimpse one away and go for the TP out, but it's too little too late. The DD but Brewhard gets the kill.
Better luck next time.
I think the statement I'm looking for is bold move con. That was an optimistic attempt at a gank.
How are you feeling about this scaling into the later game? Because you have Storm Spirit, but you have pretty decent counters for Storm later. As soon as you have the Blink Shaman, you can pretty much threaten the Storm wherever.
I think your Ember is always at a significant disadvantage, though. If he's flame guarding, the Nyx can set up any kill anywhere on the map, right? Like, that's the biggest worry. So,
yeah,
you always have to, like, it feels like you have to babysit the Ember, but how often can you do that? Like, Ember's the type of hero that should be split pushing, right? He should be out on the lanes because he's the one who can take risks.
Yeah.
I think the Ember
you could go for that, what's the item? The, oh, bottom.
Oh. They use here. I don't think they defend. Oh, they want to. The pings are coming out, though. Little Sorry knows. He thinks he's smart, but instead, they're going to be smarter than him. They throw it out. The Cold Embrace is there. The Static Storm's on him right now. Here in chains to the back line to get the Disruptor. And the Brewmaster, the last adaptive for everyone, just to make sure he doesn't get split out. Omni Slash being committed. Maiden will go down. Remnant across, but Dream has his BKB active. Going to chase on through. Humble Mumble down to half HP already. Spike Carapace buys a little bit of time. Seiyu trying to move away will be able to do so. Nice Storm Hammer through. Vortex not being used just yet. Not available for 2 more seconds. They turn around the Remnants to get rid of the Storm. They get rid of the tower, and now Dream's left alone to fight up against the rest of them. They Sleight of Fist won't get the kill to Seiyu. Drum's activated. Dream has to back up here. He's still too tanky for the remaining heroes to deal with, though. So they will take everything they can get. Magic Hands, they claim 4 heads, and they claim a tier 2 tower.
That was great. The tier 2 tower, 4 kills, and the 2 core survived. The 2 that needed to farm the most.
And then the little cherry on top is the 10-second BKB being used as well.
Yeah.
You gotta be happy.
That was her... The Winter Wyvern had his Winter's Curse on 2-second cooldown. There were like 4 people on top of that Brewmaster, and he was just begging to use his spell.
You can see how desperate it was getting for Empire, right? They had to commit so heavily, like the initial plan didn't work out because of the Wyvern. And because of the Wyvern still, they knew they had to be even more pressing.
King R getting picked up by Humble Bumble.
Oh, drums. Nice save from Maiden. Alive.
Never mind.
Goes back. He's got Lasso in 2 seconds. They can actually get this kill. The Impale. They can drag him further away from his team. Oh, there's the Winner's Curse coming out. The Hex as well. But it's going to be used. Humble Mumble will walk this off. The healing ward there. The Shackles goes out into 1. Batrider. He's stunned up. He can't do anything. Static Storm goes down though. Interrupts everything. They jump in. Kodos creating anarchy here. As Mars will go down. And looks like Jug getting low. Cold Embrace will save him just in time. The buyback comes out the Shaman. But Dream, the BKB still active. The stun through on the 2. Ember, he's next on the hit list. Can they get through him? They're going to get him low. He's got Sleight Fist to buy a little bit of time. Shackles out. Remnants away. Sven. He's held up, still on half HP. How do you fight against this? Maybe with the wards you can finally do it. The Searing Chains locks him in, and he will fall. Maiden finds the kill to Mantis, but Sven, seeming like an unkillable god, has finally fallen.
That was overall an advantage, actually, for Magic Hands. Even though they used the buyback on Shadow Shaman, they gained more golds and more experience. It wasn't much, though. 300 gold, 400 experience. But they also get some bounties.
And they also get Sven off the map for 30 seconds. That's 30 seconds where he's not going to be farming.
True. Was that? Yeah, that was the 9-second BKB too. So it's down to 8 seconds already.
Yeah, he's burning through these charges. And Empire not finding the value you want to be seeing out of these big BKB commitments.
That was an amazing Static Storm, though. That looked so hard, so bad for Magic Hands.
Yeah, it completely enabled Storm to do whatever he wants, but Storm just didn't have the damage output to get rid of the Jug. I think if you get rid of the Jug in time, that fight is completely different. But the extra time wasted killing him off turns the fight around completely.
Would you want to see something like a Yule Scepter or on Storm Spirit against these roots? Because both times he's died, he just gets rooted by Ember, and then he can't do anything. Ember has the duration talent too.
I think there's a risk that if you don't get a BKB, you just get to these late game fights and you're the Cyclone target. Because if you're out the fight, like Sven gets kited and you lose 3 heroes, when you come down, you're alone with your Sven. That's scary.
He's opting for the Orchid now, almost complete, but then he has queued up the Bloodstone afterwards, which is obviously a good item on Storm, but I think he needs something defensive as well.
Yeah,
remember, he used to be like, he dominated the network chart in the beginning. Now he's in the 4th place, pretty far behind the Sven.
It's a fair point. It's like the way this game is going and the way he's building his items, he's completely reliant on King R to set up a good fight for him. If King R can't set up a good fight, Storm's probably going to die halfway through each engagement.
Yeah.
Which I guess, is great if you kill 3 heroes before you die, but that's unlikely.
It's a pretty hard game of Storm too, right? You have to worry about the chains, but you also have to worry about the Shaman, and you have to worry about not being too close to Sven when Winter's Curse is available.
Yeah, and to make matters worse, look at the Shaman. He now has the Blink Dagger.
Yeah, that's dangerous.
Now they can... This is probably where they look to get more aggressive. And this is going to be reflected on Empire side as well, because they picked up that Blink on the Batrider, but they haven't used it yet.
If you look at the net worth graph now, it's been so close this entire game. It's like barely been over 2k.
Yeah, Magic Hands, they learned lessons. They went back to something a little bit more reliable, such as the Juggernaut. Whereas Empire, you know, arguably they gambled a little bit more with this Sven pick against what they were up against. But they can never resist the temptation of the Batrider being available. I think right now, like, there's an argument that Empire's difficulties come out of this Storm pick more than anything else. In this type of game, anyway.
Yeah, they just seem to be lacking something in their team fights. I'm not sure what, because it feels almost like they don't have enough disable to chainlock the Ember, but they really do. They have so much disable.
I think I figured it out. They're lacking winning. But yeah, that's the big component they're missing right now. Well, maybe with this smoke they can look a little bit more positively on the outcomes. Ben has the Blink ready. They're actually dangling the Sven, but no one's biting. And now the last who comes out, they find the Juggernaut, drag him in the Static Storm. The Hex won't save him. They throw down the wards, trying to move through with the Remnant, the Slight Fist as well. The Cold Embrace keeps Jug alive. Now the Wiz curse out onto the BKB'd up Sven. And he's going to run out of Magic Immunity very soon. This Slap's going to be used. Split comes out. Omni Slash on the Dream alone. Going to chase him down with the Blade Fury out. It'll be enough to kill him off. Jug will stay alive. And Batrider will not. They find him as well. Shackles on the side. They find the Disruptor trying to retreat. And on the back line, they also see the Nyx trying to TP away. Spike Carapace will buy him a second or two. But after the King R goes down, so will Seiyu. They're actually saving the kill for Bruja. Or not. Little Sorry says I need that.
Amazing showing by Magic Hands.
2.7k
gold change and 4.5k XP.
I think
suddenly they were leading.
If Empire lose one more fight like that, I think this game is just over, right? Because they're gonna have Aegis now, and Magic Hands will push for your remaining out attacks.
Yeah, one thing they do have is they have a lot of creep kill potential. Like Storm Spirit can kill waves super fast, Bat can do it super fast, even Sven can push pretty fast. So it might be hard for a strategy for Empire now to try to split up the map more. But then you're still playing against the Blink Shadow Shaman.
And more importantly, they're about to get an Aegis and they have the Glyph. Hey, thinks about going in, thinks twice. Looking on to Mars instead. That'd be a good kill to get rid of. He has got those wards in 40 seconds, but they can't do anything. Mass healing coming out from Magic Hands as usual. They're actually just going to back away. They're going to calm down a little bit. I think they want to push in on this tier 2 top. They're moving across right now. Uh oh, they want the runes, but they can't quite get it. So Empire, they secure 3 runes. Wait, what was it? That was 2, sorry. 2 runes.
They have one more in Storm's Ball.
Okay, there it is. I was looking, I was like, this doesn't make sense.
Did they deny it again?
Maybe. King R, you know, bold enough to do it last game. Why not again?
So do you think Magic Hands just sits back and farms now? Enjoys the space they have by having this Aegis? Or do you think they'll try to go for some towers?
I think they should look to strip control of the map from Empire. Just take out those remaining tier 2s. I mean, you have this Glyph, right? So you want to be using that Glyph in the Aegis to enable a push where Storm will try and just delete those creep waves. Seems like that would be the right move. And I think they're probably going to leave Brew down here to push in and then reconvene towards the top lane, where actually you can see Empire getting super aggressive. This aggression could easily be punished. They have to be careful.
Yeah. Still the Shrine there and the tier 2, so easy to get pincered.
They know that Magic Hands are slowly trickling back, though. Yeah, there's that wall. It's going to be dewarded now, but there was one right here. Gave them all the info they needed to know that they were safe. Now, without that, they'll instantly back away, and they might find Maiden on the retreat. Nope. Can't find anyone on the retreat. Dead. Actually, Hex going to come out. Uh-oh. They found the big target, Kodos. Down to half HP. Warcry going to keep him alive. Omni Slash Brew gets rid of him. Drags back before they can follow up on a Dream. Now Remnant Fall, but Bruja looking for more of these big BKB charges. Can get the Searing Chains out in time. We'll move in. King R. Oh, no. Sidesteps the Static Storm, but Bruja. Ember's still going to chase through. Say's been seen. X comes out. There's going to be a glimpse away, but Bruja does get the Searing Chains down, and Humble Mumble should be able to finish off the kill. But Say you can't back away. You can take this tier 2 now. Magic Hands. Oh, that was an interesting little game of Benny Hill. Back and forth across the map from both teams.
Yeah.
I guess the concerning part is the one that lost out in that little game they played was the one who, out of everyone in this game, probably shouldn't be getting caught out of that, and that's the Storm.
But that will happen when you try to push out lanes against the Shadow Shaman with Blink. Magic Hands also had these great wards in the Dire jungle. So they saw Batrider and Sven being fairly far away from the Storm, so they knew they could take a fight there without getting turned on too rapidly.
And now you have one remaining outer tower, a decent amount of time left on the Aegis as well, and then you look at Magic Hands, they're already moving in for that tier 2 top. Get the creep wave dragging it forward. You are seeing Dream applying pressure in the bot lane, just trying to force someone back, and it'll actually force the second person to TP in.
Yeah. That was a good Radiant Observer word applied the high ground, so you saw the Winter Raven responding. Backed off in time.
Oh. Okay, haste picked up. Kodos didn't want to try for a kill on Ember. He knows it's not necessarily a good idea.
They have smoked up to Mars here.
Aramis. They put down a sentry, they see him. They even lasso him. They're not taking any chances here. Empire realized they have to take any... Even a Static Storm, they're just like, we need anything we can get, guys. Anything. No price,
There's
too
no
high.
on this turn one.
Silence, they're going on Ember. Trying to force them back. Split does come out. Cyclone is down on Sven. They want to surround him. He's got his BKB, but he hasn't used it just yet. Down to half HP. BKB goes out. Gold Strength as well, trying to run away. TP's out, but there's the winner's curse. That's a bold move. And one that didn't work out. He knows he's going to fall here. No escape from this. Dream just trying to buy as much time as possible before he does inevitably die.
They could also deny this tower if they want to.
I don't know.
That's costly. They spent all of their ultimates there and their blacking bar, and all they get is a Scorch, and they lose their hard carry.
It's problematic. Remember that lead Sven had? Now look at it. About to be surpassed very soon by the Juggernaut.
I mean, the net worth is even, like less than 1k, but it just feels like Empire has been losing for 15 minutes now.
That's true. And it's interesting as well because Juggernaut is this type of hero that we usually look on and we're like, okay, if he's not ahead, he doesn't feel like he's winning, right? It's this type of hero that you expect to be an item ahead of his counterpart on the other team. And Sven is this type of hero that usually needs less gold to be effective. Not the case here at all. In fact, I think the recurring theme in this team fights has been if Sven isn't eliminated, he's just kited for the entirety of the engagement.
Yeah. They do need a lot of resources to kill this Sven, though. Like, even now when they were like 4 against 1, they spent 20 seconds to kill him. So I feel like if they manage to frontline the Sven and then take a proper team fight with all 5, and get their ultimates off on more than just the Shadow Shaman, they can still win fights. They just haven't been able to lately.
Not winning
and
fights.
They can't see the things we can see with net worth, right? So they don't necessarily know that they're not that far behind gold-wise. So they might feel like they're more behind and have to back off earlier than they really do.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's like we are looking at these net worths, and usually in these type of scenarios, you look for the differentiator, right? You don't look for which core has the most net worth. You look at, okay, POS 4s, what's the gold difference? You know, POS 3s, what's the gold difference? As you said, this is pretty even. Although there's an argument that, you know, you look at Seiyu and then you look at Mars, I think would be the biggest differentiators right now. Is one has a Yules and is going towards an Ags, the other has a Blink Dagger and an Aether Lens. Which is going to do more? And it's very clear it's the Shaman that's going to have a bigger impact than the Nyx cam right now.
He's also very close to a Glimmer Cape as well.
Very true. Because, you know, when
yes,
we look at...
you have not only the net worth, but also the scaling of the heroes. Like, Shadow Shaman scales incredibly well. Winter Iron 2 against these heroes. Like, all the heroes on Magic Hand scales very well. I'd say that Empires also scale pretty well. Maybe... Would you take the Batrider over the Brewmaster? We talked a lot about how great Bat is right now, but as it goes into the late game, and it's less about ganking heroes in lanes as it is taking team fights, would you rather have the Brewmaster?
I think the difference, like, I'm looking at this now, I'm just thinking the Batrider is more useful in that if you are ahead, both are great, right? But if you're behind, like, a Brewmaster isn't going to be very good at split pushing. He isn't going to be very good at keeping the waves out and buying you time. Brewmaster is very heavily in. And once he's, like, done being in, he doesn't do anything afterwards, right? So I'd say he has a higher impact if you can force a big fight. But keep in mind that you're up against an Empire lineup that has a Batrider and a Storm. So the only way you force a big fight is if you kind of hold the Sven ransom. Which is possible. Especially with the way he's been playing the last two fights.
Looks like there's going to be a fight, but oh, nice entry.
Yeah. They see Seiyu, they kill him off. That's the easiest kill of their life.
Juggernaut doing a good job there, pretending he doesn't see him.
Empire, well, they're not even really getting many runes anymore. They only got one this time around. Storm's still lingering at top. Kodos needs to be careful though, because if he gets seen for a second, he will die. He puts down a remnant just to scout. No,
They will get this tier 1 bottom, I think. Never mind. He
On
only
the
needs one
creeps.
hit.
Although Love Tap would get rid of it, but Love Tap might not be there. In the meantime, there's going to be more than just a Love Tap on the tier 2 top. As the side of Magic Hands, they're looking to get rid of the last outer tab alongside of Empire. As they
Try to cut the next creep wave with his catapult, so they're going to get backdoor protection removed at least, even though they might have to tank some tower hits. But they're not opting to go high ground.
And just like these outer buildings, the Empire is starting to crumble a little bit. Magic Hands, they're looking to get rid of his tier 3 tower now, and there's no way they stop them. They have to just submit to the authority of the Jug, and there's the use of the glyph, but the Serpent Walls are down. Good luck finding this now. This will be melee racks as well, I think. Oh, jump in. Hex comes out. Barrow's been seen. Maiden down to half HP already, trying to get through him quick enough. Clap to slow him down. Forced enough to get away. Oh, Humble Mumble. Going to be lassoed up. Still being healed up. Doing pretty well. Static Taunt comes out. Remnant Fall for Brewhard with the BKB active. Going to chase through. With the split on, they'll go. They'll find the kill disruptor as well and force the buyback out the Batrider. Buyback comes out in the disruptor as well. Turning around. Stuns out into Sven. He still can't do anything. The BKB's already been used. Kodos chases forward with his own BKB. And there's the Omni Slash turnaround. Looking for a target here. Going to bounce around. Doesn't actually find anyone or kill off anyone. Just has to back up, gets them all low, but no one is dead just yet. Stuns out, looking forward on the Juggernaut, trying to get him low enough. The clap to try and slow them down and stop their escape. Kodos, no mana left. He's going to go down. Juggernaut will fall. Stun through on a 2. Dream can still fight against this. He needs to, in fact. Well, they're going to lose this melee racks. And they will. But Brewhard trying to back away. No mana left. Stormhammer across. They glimpse him back into a mess. And the Winner's Curse. Too little, too late. Adam won't even die from this. Brewmaster wants to stay around and get the kill, though. Gonna get them low. Nyx almost dies. Has to use up just to stay alive a little bit longer. And he might be able to stay alive through this with the Warcry. Instead, they'll find a kill onto the Brewmaster. 4 dead on the side of Magic Hands. You could say they held, but they lost a lot just to stay in this. They might find
Sven
more.
did the perfect thing there, though. Jumped back and killed the Wyvern before the fight even started. There was no save. There was no Winter's Curse before it was way too late. And they just lost everyone suddenly without those saves.
And they needed that. Like, that was do or die. If Empire flop a fight there in their own base after committing those buybacks, the game is just done.
Yeah. Who bought back on Empire?
I
The
believe it was
Disruptor and one more, I
Batrider
think?
and Disruptor.
Okay, yeah. And then it was the dieback from the Wyvern.
Yeah, he tried. Awesome. Salu without a tier 1 tower, without access to boosted travel because you're a support. He was never going to make it. And that's the crucial thing for Empire. If they can actually find this Wyvern each time around, like, you just see the impact it has. There's no save, as you said, in the form of healing or in the form of Winter's Curses. Now, they should be looking to take out this bot tier 2. Magic Hands do still have the benefit of the tier 2 top standing. So their base isn't fully exposed like Empire's. The question is, do you commit hard into them? I don't think Empire can afford to with these buybacks they commit. Instead, they might look towards Broche, which is now up.
That's also kind of scary. Against Winter's Curse being available again.
I mean, if you can get your hands on this, like, you look at the two teams. Empire are still some way away from being able to say they can win this game. Like, they're in the running, right? But there's still that tier 2 up. There's still a lot of base left for Magic Hands. But I think I'd still say if you can actually get that Aegis on Storm, you have a big impact than an Aegis on the Jug or the Emperor stage. Because he can just dive deep and find that Wyvern that is so fearful for you.
True. Yeah, they've been able to take out the Storm too early a lot of times now. So if a Storm has 2 lives, they kind of need that save. Like last game, we saw the Shadow Demon save everyone all the time. And same time here, but on the other team with Raven. Fight starts mid.
They're going in. BKB from Bruja, but there's the last 2. Static Storm goes down on the 2. They're going to split up the fight and look into the Ember. Going to get him low. Needs to remnant away and we'll be able to escape. Done through. Witness Curse comes out. Shaman trying to escape from this, but chase it through. Storm through. Looking for the kill. BKB Dream going in. Split comes out, but it's a little bit too late. Shaman already down. Humble Mumble down to half HP. They turn around. Kodos is going to go low and you drop here. They used Omni Slash, but no. Dream was up in the air. They'll bring him down into a mess and kill him off. They'll find a secondary kill and Nick fuels up, but when he comes down, he's dead. Maiden being chased on 2 in the meantime. The Manto illusions are keeping him away, and Kodos out of mana has to retreat to the south. 2 for 2 trade in the end, but look at who died on each side. Who got the better trade? Without a doubt, Magic Hands there. 1.6k net worth swing. Maiden is still alive though, so he could try and do some mischievous things around this road. But now he's scared. With 3 heroes here, he should be.
Are we scared of the state of vests?
Yep. They can scout him out so easily. They know he's here now with Signet Napalms. He moves over to the other side to be less predictable. And then if he'll give him vision, need to throw it away. Flame break a little bit too late though. He couldn't make a play in. He realized it.
They were very ready for that. Both supports spamming that Batrider's missing, and then piling on top of the Warriors Aegis. They did get 4 bounty runes though for Team Empire. So net worth wise, maybe not as bad, but you don't want to play against an Aegis when you're already a racks down and your carry is dead.
At this point, for you, it's a consolation prize.
Yeah.
Now you're going to be a second lane down by the looks of it as they push in. They'll at least be able to get tier 3 tower. Nyx has borrowed in to make sure if they come for the melee racks, they get nothing. Actually, I might not even get the tier 3 tower at this rate. They have to back away.
Yeah. They should wait until they have their ultimates again.
Well,
They
sorry.
need about 40 seconds.
About got away with that drunken brawler. That was a little bit too close for comfort, though. I think if they actually caught Brew there, they just break Magic Hand's ability to fight for at least another minute and a half. So it's a good thing they kept him alive.
How impactful do you think that the Disruptor Eggs will be? Because that's always a huge item, but I don't feel like BKBs have been the problem this game. It has been just the saves from Wyvern that he hasn't been able to catch him.
To an extent, like, I think the problem you're going to have is that the Bruja is going to commit in and BKB instantly before he can even Static Storm, right? Like, he's going to preemptively do these BKBs. So, who else are you doing it for? Jug? Well, you know, yes, he can technically Manta out of, like, Kinetic Field variably sometimes, but that's rarely going to happen. I don't think the Axe is... You're right to highlight it. It's not going to be that big of an item this game. Like, you'll stop Bruja from cheesing. That's your potential. That's your power.
The Nyx Eggs might have more impact though, which is already ready.
Yes, that's the one that's going to matter. Like, as long as he doesn't get sniped out of this base. Because keep in mind, he bought out on that. So if he gets found outside of base and he dies, I think Magic Hands just win the game.
Oh, do you remember what we talked about at the start of the game?
We talked about many things.
Item
A certain item.
on Storm Spirit.
Yeah, the good old Bloodstone. Oh, the Ag. The Ag.
He
Yeah, the
ditched
Ag.
it. He's going for the Axe instead.
And he has to. Like, it's they're building Lincolns. Like, you no longer have the means to, like, get your value. Because it's not just about, right? Usually at this stage of the game, you're ahead and it's like, oh yeah, I just pop the Lincolns and I use Orchid. You need both to actually do enough damage to anyone now with the Cold Embraces there as well. It's a painful game for him. And a painful game for Raxus. Always fun playing against Shadow Shaman for this very reason. They don't want to hard commit yet. They're waiting for the Lincolns to run out. They're trying to grab him between. There they go. Oh, no, there's the Vortex dragging them in. PK from Kodos doing a lot of work. Static Storm goes down. It catches all of them, but the Batrider already dead with the last two. It wasn't enough. King aren't going to be chased down. And Dream in the meantime trying to do enough. The Omni Slash. Oh my god, machine gun mode activate. Gets the kill. Kodos will back away, but your Sven is gone. He has buyback. But your Batrider isn't so lucky. And this might be it. Magic Hands move towards the top. They're going to force the Sven buyback. He needs to do something. The Omni Slash gone. He maybe thinks he can, but he has no BKB. And he has no God Strength. This is problematic. Never underestimate the power of late game Juggernaut.
Nice, the AC.
Here goes. Do another Vortex. They get the stun follow up, but no, the Hex is out. Mars! He was waiting all along the Shackle's going to be there. They pop the Lincolns. They don't stun anyone, though. Instead, they'll turn around, kill them both off. And Empire are crumbling as it looks like Game 2 will fall into the hands of Magic Hands.
That was a great showing.
I mean, you know, people, you said they were the underdogs. People would have written them off, but look at this. Empire. They put up a good fight, but we said, even when the net worth was even, it just looked like Magic Hands were dominating this game.
Very well played by Magic Hands, especially the supports. I felt like Shadow Shaman found all the necessary kills, and Wyvern saved all the early fights that they won was purely because of the Wyvern's positioning. That he wasn't caught, and he was able to still save his teammates.
And that means we do end up having this best of 3 go to a third game, folks. That's right. Magic Hands, they refuse to go down without a fight. They're actually refusing to go down at all. They're saying, Empire, you're the ones who will be crushed, which means we will need a third game to decide who will be defined as having had their asses whooped and who will walk away the victor. I mean, Magic Hands, if they win, I'm just gonna talk about momentum here quickly, because if they win here, they're going up against Windstrike next. You don't know what could happen there. Empire and Windstrike, their track records are fairly similar recently, so that is an interesting thought. But before we get to that thought, before we even think about the second series, we need a third game to decide the outcome of this one.
Do you want to shout out the sponsor again? Or
I already, like, it's once per game, but yeah, my ass is in imaginary DX Racer. It's very comfortable. I would not, they're good seats. I would not say no if they sent me a DX Racer. Please, DX Racer. Please.